Respect. Respect, respect, respect. Respect to Ilia Topuria because he could have done it a shady way. He could have said, I want to keep my belt. He could have said, I want to keep my belt and I want to fight at 55. And I don't want to fight at 45. And I don't want to fight in April. But he did it the right way. He did it the right way. He did it the way a man does it. He says, I'm not going to hold up the division. I'm not holding up featherweight. I got business to attend to at lightweight. I want Islam Makhachev. I want to be the greatest fighter of all time. I want to dominate. I want to show everyone who I am. So he vacates his featherweight championship belt, the one he was supposed to defend against Alexander Volkanovski in Miami at UFC 314. And he says, nah, not doing it. I want Makhachev. So he vacates. And now we have a new main event at UFC 314 as Alexander Volkanovski will face Diego Lopes for the vacant featherweight championship. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Combat Corner. Power Come Another Podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont, aka Rudy the Hammer. I appreciate all you who are back again to check out my content. If you are new, please like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. For those of you who are back again, I appreciate y'all. Like the video, leave a comment, share the video, all that good stuff. Membership Live, first Tuesday of every month at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we go live every Tuesday of the month besides that at 9 p.m. for everyone. And then we do live after Membership Live at 10 p.m. So please be sure to become a member and jump on board this train. Like I said, much respect to Topuria. I think what he did is the most honorable thing you can do. We've seen too many guys who want to be the double champion. They want to hold their strap while they go take a shot at a higher weight, and then they lose, but they still have the strap. And now the strap doesn't have the same meaning. I mean, we can look directly at Volkanovski. He fought Makhachev in a super fight. I thought he won the first fight. They fought again. The second time was on 11 days' notice. Probably wasn't the best idea for Volkanovski to take that fight on 11 days' notice, not be in premier shape to face a guy like Islam Makhachev, and he got slept. And then he fought Topuria, and he got slept again. And Topuria went and slept Max Holloway. So while I do wish Topuria had actually defended his belt more, I wish he had fought other guys at 45 and not just simply said, I'm going up because of whatever reason. I don't believe the weight thing. I believe he wants to fight Makhachev. I genuinely don't believe anything about the weight. I don't believe that he has a problem making weight. The guy's 5'7". Like he's not a tall guy. He's not a big guy. Yeah, he's kind of yoked, but he's not some massive dude. And rather than face Volkanovski again, which I think should have happened, it's my opinion, it should have happened simply because Volkanovski had defended the belt so many times. I don't care that hasn't fought since then. I think that they should have fought again because there's nothing cooler in the UFC than seeing a trilogy fight where one guy wins, both guys win a fight. Now, if Topuria was to win, see, then it's over with. Now, I will say, I think Topuria would have won again if he fought Volkanovski, but we'll never find out. And I think there's other fights that could have been made for Topuria. I think a fight with Brian Ortega at some point would have been nice, although Ortega seems to always find a way to lose other fights. I think a fight with Diego Lopes would have been fun. So there are fights that could have been made that were not made, and we will never see them. Now, the division itself, the UFC featherweight division, it's not a thing of beauty right now. It is not a very deep division as far as I'm concerned. There's holes all over it. I mean, after you have Volk, Holloway, Lopez, Evloev, like if you look at these guys, Aljo lost, so he's not really in contention. Yair Rodriguez got pieced up. He's fighting now. Who the hell is he fighting? He's fighting Patrick Pitbull in Miami now. Evloev was supposed to fight Diego Lopes. That's not happening. Maybe he fights Max Holloway now. But here's the problem. If Alexander Volkanovski wins, then Max Holloway is in forever purgatory. He's in purgatory of not having a chance to actually fight anything meaningful because he will never get another title shot if Alexander Volkanovski is the champion. He's already beaten him 3 times. Even though I thought Max definitely won the second fight, he got absolutely destroyed in the third. So there's no point in making that fight again. Ortega just got the shit kicked out of him by Diego Lopes. So this division is very, very top heavy. Really, it's top heavy in one guy. The only guy that you really would like to see win this title fight is Diego Lopes for sake of the division. Because if Volk wins the division, wins the fight, he's already beaten everybody in the division. So it makes it really, really hard to match make for a guy who's already had wins over everybody and clean the division out. That said, they are the main event in Miami. It's not exactly the most exciting main event for me. I am from Miami. I wanted to go to this card. I'm still going to go to the card, but I got to say, I am not excited about this card anymore. It doesn't have the power that the previous two in Miami had the last 2 years. If y'all remember, the first one they brought back to Miami had Pereira and Izzy. Izzy comes up with the miracle knockout in that fight. That was a tremendous, tremendous fight. That card was loaded top to bottom. If you go into the one last year, where Sugar Sean O'Malley's defending his Chito Vera, and then on top of that, you have Dustin Poirier with a ridiculous knockout of Benoit Saint Denis when Saint Denis was just absolutely rolling. It was fireworks. This one doesn't have the fireworks from what I've seen on that board in Dana White's office that he showed. So I think the Chandler Patty Pimlet co-main event for 5 rounds is utterly ridiculous. I'm a big Chandler fan, but this fight has absolutely no meaning whatsoever, none at all. Like what's really the point of that fight? There's no point to the fight. I'm a big Michael Chandler fan. A lot of people can't stand him. And they can't stand him because they feel like he gets Dana White privilege because the guy all he's really done in the UFC is lose. He has the win over Tony Ferguson, who gives a shit. He has the first one over Hooker, which was the best fight he had, and then he blew the championship fight against Charles Oliveira. He got beat up by Justin Gaethje. He got beat up by Dustin Poirier. He got whipped up by Charles Oliveira again. Like, what's the point at this point? I mean, he wasted 2 years trying to fight Conor McGregor, and the fight you want to give him is a fight against Patty Pimlet. It's not a fight that has any meaning at all. I get Patty Pimlet's ranked 12th now. Okay. I know his last fight was a pretty good win, over Bobby Green. That was a good win for him. He fought well in that fight. But if you go back and look at his previous fights, I mean, he went to a decision against Tony Ferguson. Most of us thought he lost to Jared Gordon. So I'm not going to get all excited because he beat a journeyman fighter and Bobby Green. I like Bobby Green. He's fun. He's not very good. He's not a top 15 guy. Moicano just fought in the title fight against Makhachev. I wouldn't mind seeing a Moicano Michael Chandler fight. That would be fireworks. Like, that would be straight fireworks. I mean, that's a fight they could have made. And I think Money Moicano would have said yes. I think he would have said yes, because I do believe he trains down here as well. That's a co-main event I could get on board with. Although I don't think this fight with Chandler and Pimlet should even be a co-main event. So there's a lot of things that are happening now at UFC 314 which don't excite me. They just don't. I thought Pantoja was going to be on this card fighting against Kai Kara France. I don't know what happened there. I'm hoping that does happen because as of January 30th, I saw articles that said that he would be co-headlining this card in Miami against Kai Kara France. I would love to see that fight. That's a fight I would love to see. So yeah, you give us 2 title fights. I guess the first one isn't what we wanted, which was Topuria and Volk, but Lopez is a fun guy. You hope Lopez wins for the sake of the division, but then you have another title shot here after that. Other than that, it doesn't look great per se. Because if you don't have Pantoja on this as another title shot, to sit here and tell me that Chandler and Pimlet are a co-main event of a pay-per-view, like that fight has literally zero meaning. If Chandler wins, what? Nothing. I mean, if he wins, what? Nothing. It's completely fucking irrelevant, right? If he loses, maybe Patty Plymouth's now considered a contender, but he beat Chandler, who's not winning fights. I think Chandler's still going to win the fight, which makes it a problem for the division. All that said, but this goes back to Topuria. Topuria manned up. He made this call. He decided, I am taking my talents to 55 because I want Makhachev. And reports have already come out that they're looking to do this fight at the end of June at International Fight Week in Vegas. That would be absolutely dope. I would love to go to that fight in Vegas. I'll see if I can make it happen with my schedule, but that would be absolutely fucking awesome, quite frankly. I would love to see that fight. Now, let's see what happens if Makhachev was to win that fight. Would he then look to move to 170? Because these guys all want these super fights. I wish guys would just stay in their damn divisions and win fights. Like that's like this stuff where you're moving up, moving up, moving up. It doesn't move me. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of Topuria doing it this fast, like I said. But more power to him. The reality is that lightweight, there's nothing as well. Makhachev has beaten, Oliveira. He's beaten Poirier. Did he beat Justin Gaethje already? I think he did. Or if he didn't beat Justin Gaethje, he didn't. He didn't beat Justin Gaethje yet. But Justin Gaethje is coming off of being knocked out cold by Max Holloway. So, and Justin Gaethje did lose to Khabib. So one can presume that Gaethje would probably lose the same way to Makhachev. Dan Hooker is sixth. Like, this division is not good. Arman Sarukian bowing out of that fight against Makhachev was a bad look. It was a bad look. And it fucked the division up big time, in my opinion. Because now it's like, okay, now we got to throw a 45 in there again. This would be the third featherweight that Makhachev faces to defend his title. That's crazy. That's honestly crazy when you think about it. When you think about it from that perspective, you look at the fact that he actually it doesn't make it's crazy. You sit here and you're looking at it. He has a win over Poirier. He beat Moicano. Before that, he had back-to-back fights over Volkanovski. And that's it. He has 2 wins over 55ers, 2 wins over a 45er, and now he's fighting a 45er again? Lord have mercy. But I think this is a big move and a respectable move and an honorable thing that Topuria did to vacate the belt. I think that's what he should do, and I appreciate him doing that. We also had an announcement with Bilal Muhammad. He'll be fighting Jack Della Maddalena in Montreal, Quebec, Canada at UFC 315. Obviously a surprise to many because Shavkat Rakhmonov is injured. I know there's this love affair of hating. It's a love affair of hating Bilal Muhammad, but Bilal Muhammad is a dominant fighter. He might be boring to many people, but he is dominating his fights. And in my belief, I think he would have beaten Rakhmonov by decision. And I think he'll beat Jack Della Maddalena by decision. The fight that I actually have interest in seeing in this division would be Bilal Muhammad and Kamaru Usman. And people will say, well, Usman's lost 3 in a row. You're right. He has, and that's the problem. He's lost 3 in a row, but he is the guy that I think would give Bilal Muhammad the toughest fight because of the wrestling background. So it could end up turning into a striking matchup. Leon Edwards, he's up fighting next against who is Leon Edwards fighting? I know he's fighting in the next couple of months, next month or so. Leon Edwards. I know he's fighting next month. Oh, shit, man. My bad. He don't have a fight anymore. He was supposed to fight Jack Della Maddalena. My bad. At UFC Fight Night, literally a month from now. So now he's fighting Sean Brady. Yeah. That's how it goes. He's fighting Sean Brady. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. But realistically, for Edwards, that's fighting a guy who's ranked fifth. You were fighting at ranked fourth. Now you're fighting a guy ranked fifth. It's a dangerous fight for Edwards. He needs to win. If he loses, he puts himself in a pickle. Because again, a guy that again we're going through this thing where you're looking at these guys, and the guys that you need to have win have the guys that are winning have no personality. They're stiff as a board. They're boring. They're not interesting to people, and because they're not interesting to people, they're not draw. They don't have that same draw. I mean, Kamaru Usman, man, that man fought all the time. Whether you liked him or hated him, he fought all the time. Ian Machado Gary loses to Shavkat Rakhmonov. Now what's he going to do? Joaquin Buckley's coming off of a dominant win over Colby Covington. What's he going to do? These are the questions that need to be answered. I would love to see a Joaquin Buckley Kamaru Usman fight. I think that would be a nice fight to make. But we shall see. I mean, a lot of things are going. There's obviously constantly moving pieces, but I think this Topuria decision definitely changes the landscape in 2 divisions, potentially 3. And we shall see what happens. Anyhow, that's all I got today for this edition of Combat Corner. Please be sure to like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment, ring the bell. Let me know your thoughts. Appreciate y'all. Come on now.